There's a lot of changes happening in the man cave lately. Stick around. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Paul Knapp coming to you once again from the man cave, and there's a lot of changes going on this year. It is the spring of 2026 and we've made some changes to the man cave. Actually in the middle of making some changes right now. So let me take you along this journey and show you what's going on. So before I start with some of the changes, for those of you that are unaware or maybe haven't seen the man cave before, this is my garage and these are all my G.I. Joes, specifically from 1991 to about 2010, I believe, when they stopped making the 12-inch G.I. Joes. Along with that, I have a shelf of 1/32 scale, mostly 21st Century and Forces of Valor mixed in there. But, of course, we have the 21st Century planes hanging from the ceiling. But starting this year, in 2026, February to be exact, I started making some changes in here. My first change was I removed all the Star Wars figures that were once on this wall. Now, if you've seen videos of my man cave before, I had over 1,000 Star Wars figures on this wall. What I did was took down the longer shelves. They were about 12 inches long, 12 inches wide, and installed permanent shorter shelves just for the G.I. Joes. What that does, it allows me more room in the winter when I put up a diorama here in the middle for people to walk around the diorama. Before, they were always hitting these shelves with their back, knocking down all the Star Wars figures. So we eliminated that. I moved them to a spare bedroom I have and installed these shelves here, again, which will house a lot more G.I. Joes. The next thing I did, if you recall, this bottom area here had posters all on the bottom. From the chair rail area here down, and it was also painted dark gray. I changed that to white, and I just recently added 2 more shelves all the way around, so that gives me a lot more area for more G.I. Joes that I've had stored in the attic. I can finally bring those out and put them on display. Next, I've decided to clean and paint all the shelves that have been up before. Of course, these 2 bottom ones are brand new. I didn't have to do that, but I went through the process the last couple of days, moving G.I. Joes from these shelves down to here temporarily, just so I could repaint these, make them nice, dust them off, even the 21st Century shelves in here. So working on this last shelf today, we're going to be moving them down, dusting the shelf off, giving it a quick paint, and then once that dries, well, it's time to put all these Joes back in order. Now, I've been keeping track of my G.I. Joes, and I organized them by year. So as I was collecting, of course, rearranging G.I. Joes, I would put them in order. Here's 1999. Trying to get one G.I. Joe of every one they made from every year. And I believe this goes up to 521 G.I. Joes that are out here. Now, the problem is, all these last G.I. Joes that you see here in yellow, well, they're not in order. These were ones I was missing, and I just bought and threw them at the end. So we're going to have to take these Joes, stick them in here, and then reorganize them all by year. So you can see these are all mixed up. And I'm going to get these last, I don't know, 20 or 30 or so where they should be. And then, I think, to the best of my knowledge, I will have every G.I. Joe ever made by Hasbro from 1991 to, let's see, I thought it was 2013. Yeah, 2013. So I have 2 days this weekend to organize this garage. I think that'll be enough time, at least to get them up, even if I don't get them all dusted off and renumbered. But I'll get them back where they should be, looking good in the garage. And then I can work on giving them all new tags. So I think I'll take some videos while I'm organizing, maybe some clear snapshots for you guys. And I hope you enjoy this. Okay, so as you can see here, I've removed all the Joes from the top shelf, moved them down to the next shelf, cleaned off the top shelf. It is ready to go. And we are going to start with the very first G.I. Joe. They kicked this all off, 1991, Target exclusive, Desert Storm, Desert Shield, Duke, and then go from there. A lot of these are going to need to be re-tagged and renumbered to keep them all in order. But what you're looking at here, when I started this collection, I wanted to get one G.I. Joe that Hasbro made of every uniform, every outfit, every mission pack. And to the best of my knowledge, I have every one that they ever made. Now, my rules when starting this collection was I wanted to get one Joe of every one they ever made that was available to the public. In other words, these were all sold at KB Toys, Toys R Us, Walmart. These were not show exclusives. These were not, kit bashed or, custom made. These were ones that anybody could find. And so what you're looking at here, again, is, to the best of my knowledge, one of every one they've ever made. I've had people watch my channel and say, you're missing some, and my comment to them is prove it, because I've had guys like Ace Allgood and Daryl DePriest who actually worked at Hasbro telling me that this is probably the most exclusive collection they've seen, out of the box that is. I'm sure somebody has figures in the box, but out of the box collection, this is probably the most exclusive. So I'm going to start organizing them today. Probably finish tomorrow, hopefully. And we're going to start with this guy, the one that kicked it off. Okay, so my top row is finished. A little hard to see there with the garage door track, but you can tell. Starting in 1991, I think I have them in order as best as I can up until 1994. The big question was, do I continue on this shelf with 1994, or do I bring them all the way down and start there? And the consensus from my girlfriend, she said continue it all the way on top and keep them all together. So the rest of 1994 to 95 will go up here, and then we'll probably start down here with 1996. Okay, so that completes the top shelf. Again, decided to go across the top with up to 96. I think I still have some more 96 to go. But we're going to start 96 again on the second shelf. And that took about an hour and a half. Again, this was taking my time, dusting them off, making sure they were in the correct order. So not too bad. Moving right along. Okay, so that completes shelf number 2. We are up to 162 figures now. Halfway through 1999, just to give you guys some idea. And about 2.5 hours into the project. So top 2 shelves are completed. Beginning shelf number 3 with 1999. So it's starting to slow down now because I have to re-tag every single one of these, but the third shelf is complete. We are up to 250 G.I. Joes exactly. And you can still see I have 3 full rows to go. But the top 3 are done. And this was the last one right here. Number 250, the Marine Corps Sniper. So I'm pacing myself now. It's definitely going to be a 2-day job if I can get it done. It was a nice rainy day though in Virginia Beach, so I wasn't missing anything outside. So yeah. Okay, I think I'm at a good stopping point for day 1. I got up to 324 figures, cleaned and put on the shelf, renumbered, and not a bad day. I think I could finish this up tomorrow. 2 shelves left. Problem is, it's all the odd numbered stuff and things I'm not familiar with. Plus I gotta rearrange these shelves so I can start bringing down some more G.I. Joes that are in the attic. Got all the Joes off that top shelf where nobody sees above the garage door, which was kind of nice. And yeah, so I think it's a break time, and we'll pick this up Sunday morning, bright and early. Okay, so here we are, kicking off day number 2. I finished the 4th row, and we are starting the 2 brand new shelves with number 339 down here. And also overnight, I let my Adventure Team diver soak, of course, to get his wetsuit off, because as everybody knows that collects this figure, it dry rots. So he is naked right now. I'm not sure what we're gonna put on him, but yeah, way to go, Hasbro. They didn't learn from the first time they came out with the rubber suits. They had to do it again. So I'm currently up to 390 right now, 390, and I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Last night I was getting kind of frustrated, but today I got more wind in my sails, and 2 more shelves to finish, or a shelf and a half. We are down to these guys here, and what I got stowed up top, so I'm hoping the majority of these will fit on these 2 shelves, and I will not have to utilize this side right away. I'm trying to save this for some vintage figures and figures I still have in the attic, but we'll see. Okay, we are up to 429 figures. Finally finished the 4th row with Flint, and we are beginning the last shelf again with the Red Ninja and Overkill. Okay, Zartan ends almost the row and ends 2004. We'll begin 2005 right here. I don't think we're gonna fit all the figures on there. We're probably gonna have to go to the top shelf up here to finish them off, but still putting a good dent into these. And that's all we have left. So finishing this project today for sure. Take a little lunch break and come back and start 2005. And here you go, folks. Finally finished. 539 Hasbro G.I. Joes from the year 1991 up until 2013. I'll give you some close-up shots of some of my favorites, but I was able to complete 6 shelves, and just the remainder of the last ones up here. I had a few that I didn't put in order because I forgot about them. The Navy Chiefs, the 3 outfits that came with the Navy Chiefs. But for the most part, I would say it's 95% accurate. And again, were there 533 figures? No, there's less than that. A lot of these are Mission Gear sets. But I thought the Mission Gear sets deserved a figure, so I put them in uniforms. Now this one here, for example, this is the U.S. Air Force SWAT team Mission Gear, and I put it in a U.S. Air Force outfit that came out that year. So that would have been a Mission Gear set, not a figure, but I thought it deserved a figure, and there's a lot out there like that, especially in the earlier years. So, but I hope you guys like this, and if you're ever in Virginia Beach, make sure you stop by and check out the man cave. These will all be on display. Anytime my garage door is open, you are always welcome. But until then, As always, thanks for watching. Keep on collecting.